Okay,
Go ahead. Say
Andreea Velasco.
Okay, all right. And you work with the Hornets. Okay,
Yes.
so was this kind of cool for you because you're a Greensboro native to be involved in this?
Yeah, so, you know, it was really awesome just because I haven't been back in a while, but growing up in Greensboro, it's been great. So kind of giving back to the community when I can is definitely a great experience, especially to these kids because I was in their shoes one day.
Yeah. So when you see the kids walking around and looking around at the walls being painted and the benches and the trees and the rose bushes and everything, what's that like to see their faces?
It's really exciting, and I mean I love kids, so it's definitely really fun to kind of get to interact with them. But just knowing that one little thing like such as just us painting a wall can be like such a difference for them, make it a little bit more exciting for them to come to school and all of that. So it's really awesome.
Yeah. What does it mean for the Swarm and the Hornets, you think, to be involved in community impact and giving back? How important is that?
Yeah, so I think it's definitely very important. They definitely push us to try to get out in the community just because that's kind of what we stand for. We really stand for community, trying to bring, even though we're in Charlotte, we still want to give back to our partners, the Swarm and the Greensboro community, because they have always been very welcoming of us. So it's definitely great.
Yeah. What's going to stick out in your mind the most about what you and what all volunteers were able to do today?
Yeah, I think definitely, just the fact that this community really has been impacted so hard by the tornado, and the fact that the kids are so excited to, see Sergeant Swarm and, see the walls painted and the murals. It just kind of, their faces brightened up a lot, and it was just, that feeling was great.
Okay, that's awesome. So they can have
Sure.
it? Yeah, just so go ahead and tell me what's your name and what's your title.
Courtney Payne, Triad Market Manager.
Triad Market Manager. Okay. All right.
Do I need to say I'm with Bank of America though?
No, we got you.
Okay.
We got you. Bank of America. Okay. Why was this so important for Bank of America to be involved in this, would you say?
Well, when we saw the destruction back in April, our employees all came together and just knew that we wanted to be committed to the recovery efforts and the long-term efforts. So we were able to get $25,000 donated from our charitable foundation to give to the United Way for the recovery efforts in East Greensboro. And since this hit in our most vulnerable area of our community, we knew we wanted to make an impact. And so when Blueford and Peeler came together after the impact of the storm, we thought it would be most impactful to work with Guilford County Schools to do a day of service. So this is our inaugural day of service, partnered with the Swarm and Guilford County Schools. And we donated toiletries and school supplies and children's books. And our volunteers from both the Swarm and Bank of America went in today into our classrooms and taught our children about the importance of financial literacy and health and wellness.
Yeah, that's great. And the tree is pretty symbolic too. How did the idea come about, and what do you think it stands for?
Yeah, the symbolization of the tree is just the partnerships that are coming together. So Guilford County Schools, the Greensboro Swarm, and Bank of America all coming together as a beautiful partnership to show that we're here, we're committed to the rebuilding and the recovery efforts, and that we want to leave this community stronger than it was prior to the tornado impacting this area.
What's the partnership mean for Bank of America? What attracts you to working with Guilford County Schools, the Hornets, the Swarm? Why is that such a strong partnership, do you think? Okay. Why is that? Okay. How about I phrase it to you like this?
Well, no, I can think of something.
How about I'm gonna phrase it to you like this?
Yeah.
Why can it be so impactful to have organizations like Bank of America, the Swarm, and the Hornets come together to help something like Guilford County Schools? Why can putting those organizations together be so impactful, and why is it the right thing to do?
Yeah, well, I think it's three strong brands coming together to show that we're shoulder to shoulder in these long-term recovery efforts. Bank of America is not only committed to breaking the cycle of poverty, but we can do that through supporting initiatives like affordable housing, hunger, workforce development, and education, which is the reason why we're here today. It's really, really important to give back to the community, and specifically through education. So today it was important for us to show these children the importance of money and savings, and it was important for the Swarm. Their main initiative is to help. I'm sorry.
That's all right. You're good.
To show the children that it's important to get up and move, be committed to their nutrition, their wellness, and physical activity.
Right. Okay. One more question for you, and I'll let you go.
That
So-
was sucked,
no, you're
but I know
good.
you can splice
we
and
got you.
dice some of that, right?
We got you.
Okay.
So, give us an idea of what everybody's actually doing hands-on working here today. What's everybody doing out here? Like all the different things.
So we had a swarm of activities here today. We did a couple of beautification projects where we painted a couple of murals in the hallways. We painted some benches outside that needed some attention. We planted a rose garden. We also did a tree dedication, which we talked about a little bit earlier, that shows the strengthening of our 3 brands coming together to rebuild this community. And we also did a toiletry and school supply drive where Swarm and Bank of America donated items personally to give back to some of these children that were impacted by the storms. Gosh,
That's
there's
good.
one more thing that I was going to say.
That's fine.
Okay.
You're good.
There was one more.
And then we'll go from there.
Okay, my name is Lockhart, and I'm the principal here at Bluford and Peeler. Who do you want me to look at?
Look at me.
Okay.
We're just going to talk. You can just stand right here. You can just talk to me. And so this is what this is going for. Is so the Hornets have a network, and they're going to put together like a story that they run on their website, and talks. They have a lot of sections about community service and things like they do. So that's where this will go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
So tell me, when all this was going on, I was watching your face, and you were smiling. Like there was no tomorrow. What does this mean to you to see this happen for your school?
I think for me, to see the people coming together in the community, I think the most symbolic part of this is that we're in the same neighborhood. If you were to drive around that corner, you're going to still see blue tarps, you're going to see dumpsters, you're going to see a house that's about to fall over. And in that same community, 3 major organizations are coming together to support Guilford County School students in the same space where it happened. And I think for me, the kids needed to see that. I think the staff needed to see that. I think the community needs to see that, so that, and then when this is broadcast out, people need to remember, don't forget. Because sometimes we kind of get into a situation that the moment has happened and we kind of, oh well, they're okay, they're not. I have a parent now who I've been told is still living in a hotel. A woman who was trying to get money to turn her lights on, she finally got a place. So it's still, we have kids who are scared of storms now.
Yeah.
So this kind of coming together lets them know you're not forgotten. And the other piece about it is we left a memory. You won't forget. You're going to always be able to look at the trees, the roses, you'll always be able to look at the murals. It'll make a difference. And the kids won't forget.
Yeah. Has this day been special for them?
It has.
Yeah.
In
what way do you think?
I think that, like I said, it did help them know that they're not forgotten. But when they got off the school bus first thing this morning, just to be recognized, and people giving them high fives after they got off the bus, they're brightening up the cafeteria with the bright colors, with the additional flowers and things, and then with the lessons. The Bank of America lessons were pretty amazing because it's very important for our children to understand how to manage money. And that was one thing I did ask them to really take more time with, because that's important. They can't enjoy the games, they can't enjoy anything in life if they're not fiscally smart. And that's part of beginning it when they're young.
Is it special? You talked about the community coming together, but you've got the Greensboro Swarm here, you've got Bank of America, the Charlotte Hornets. That's kind of cool, isn't it?
That's pretty cool. I feel like a star. It's quite overwhelming. It's quite overwhelming. I don't even think the staff realize the magnitude of this. I've had the fortunate part of being part of planning. And it's one thing to plan, but when you see it all come together, yeah, I don't think they've really comprehended the magnitude of support.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. Everybody has pitched in, and we've got even a group of high school students over here who helped dig the hole. They came yesterday to do their part.
Right. Awesome. In your title, okay.
David Miller. I'm the Director of Community Engagement for Guilford County Schools.
Good. So David, tell me, how special is a day like this for Guilford County Schools?
Well, I think it's a great example of the beloved community. So it's a great day for Guilford County Schools, and particularly for Blueford and Peeler. Schools have been both in the area that was heavily damaged by the tornado, but to see the community, businesses, organizations rally around the schools and the students is just an amazing opportunity for us.
What do you think the kids will feel from an experience like this? Not only just seeing the tree, but what's going on with the painting and all the refurbishing. What will that feel like for those kids?
Well, they were quite excited as they got off the bus today, and Sarge was there to greet them, and the kids was running to give them high fives. And as they came in the building, and I went around to the classrooms as they were reading the books and having discussions about healthy living and also about money matters. And it was just an excitement in the kids' eyes, and the teachers were sitting back and they were seeing the connection. So I just think it's just a great opportunity. And I think the idea of the tree there serves as symbolic that this is not just a short-term thing. Trees are long-term. So as that tree grows and as it blossoms from season to season, it would just be a reminder to the students and to the community that these organizations, the Hornets, the Swarm, and Bank of America, came to their aid not just for a moment, but with the commitment to come back and to see them through this whole ordeal and to continue to help them. So I think it's a great partnership.
Okay. Super. That's all we need.
Okay.
Thanks
Thank
very
you.
much. Appreciate it.